I want to quickly show you how I'm using AI to save me a load of time in deciding whether or not a property is worth viewing, and also to get a bit of an opinion on the investment deal. So, I'll quickly show you this house I've seen in St Helens, which on the face of it looks great. Look, it's a 3-bed semi in WA10. It's a really good price at 142 grand. You have a look, all nice and smart and tidy. So the first thing I want to show you is this Patma app over here. It's a Google Chrome plugin, which is free. And to talk you through it, so we can see here, the property first came on the market for 150 grand and then sold relatively quickly, or sold in inverted commas. I had a sale agreed on the 5th of December. However, by the 18th, it had fallen through, and this has fallen through for the first time, because then Christmas has happened. After Christmas, sale agreed again. And then we fast forward 6 months and it's just fallen through on the 27th of July, gone back on the market at reduced rates. So it's quite clear there's something going on with this property if it's had 2 sales fall through. But also, your edge as an investor is these sellers are probably starting to get a bit desperate. They've probably got an onward purchase. So you've got a bit of buying power if you want to go in with an offer. However, let's find out what's wrong with the property. As it happens, the agent's done a good job. They told us what the problem is, because they told us here this is cash buyers only. And the reason they're giving us is they said the property has got steel frame construction, so it's non-standard construction. Now, what I suspect is they've been selling to first-time buyers who have gone to like normal high street lenders who don't like this sort of thing. However, as a buy-to-let and a more specialist lender, you might be okay. So here's where AI comes in. So what I've done is I've taken a PDF of this and thrown it into Gemini, and then you ask it questions like, please assess this property. I am looking for a buy-to-let investment. Is the steel frame an issue? Can I get lending on it? So here's what it said. Look, procedure extreme caution as getting standard mortgage financing on a property will be very difficult. So analyze the whole deal. Is it still frame an issue? Yes. Talks me through what to consider. Can you get lending on it? Well, it says, look, not easily, not of a standard buy-to-let. But it does detail specialist lenders I might be able to go with. It then throws the pros and cons of it and recommended next steps. So I can ask sort of questions such as, if buying for cash, what should my target price be? Yeah, I had 120 grand in my head when I had saying 115 to 122. Again, talks you through some things you can try. You can go even further and say, provide me with a list of lenders who will provide buy-to-let finance on this. Well, let's say it gives you some example lenders that we can use and say what sort of lending rates can I get? So that's just saying, like, probably can't get standard rates. There's more like 6 to 7.5%, which is a bit steep. I can even say, okay, considering local rents, the mortgage rates, and an 18% monthly repairs budget, what is my cash return? And it gives you a whole breakdown so you can start to make decisions on it, of which can't really follow all of that, but what's it saying? Buy outright for cash, looking at 5.5%, where you can likely find high yielding, basically not as complicated properties, and most trying to get a better rate, i.e., it's not worth entertaining your time having a viewing of this property. Just leave it, Mark, and move on to something else, which is great. So I'd say it's taken me a few minutes doing that. It saved me a pile of time investigating this deal even further. So that's why I'm using it. Obviously, it's not replacing local knowledge of going seeing properties and dealing with solicitors and everything. It's just a bit of a time saver. So I had a bit of a loose idea for this property, and it's basically confirmed. Just drop it. It's not worth your while, which is what I'm going to do.